the 5 love languages. If y'all don't know about that, it's 5lovelanguages.com. Go ahead and go take your test and figure out your love language. The 5 love languages are acts of service.
You're absolutely right. But what I'm saying is, no matter how big or how small said action was, you always say thank you. It's because that woman is going to appreciate that shit. No matter what. When y'all are going at it,
actually doing it.
When y'all going at it, when y'all are going at it, and you're having, you're right. When y'all are going at it and you're having those moments to where you don't know what's gonna happen with the relationship, you go think back at all that stuff. You go say, he appreciates me.
I'm not that type of woman.
Big or small, he appreciates me.
There are other women out there of my caliber, not me, but of my caliber.
That think the same way.
That don't have to hear the words "thank you" or don't expect the words "thank you" all the time. Show me you're thankful.
But you're absolutely right. But there are certain things where you can show, like, appreciation is in different forms, but definitely appreciation. Definitely appreciation is the word thank you. That's just appreciation. Hold on. Yeah, that was TK, y'all. If I know that you're humping all day, even if we're separated, I'm gonna tell your ass thank you every time I get a chance, because you deal with the kids, you deal with all that.
That's a necessary thank you. That's more than an appreciative thank you. That's a gratitude. That's gratefulness.
Exactly. So when we get into it and we're arguing like this, you're going to appreciate that shit.
Because if you want to sitting here arguing with me, your ass wouldn't give a damn.
You're absolutely right.
Yep,
but if I don't say I thank you, if I don't say thank you, like, that's basically what the movie was. It's like I believe in relationships.
We showing the real life of
seriously. I believe in relationship, man. You got to be 100%. You got to be 100% like blunt. Yeah. Blunt.
You got to be.
You have to be, because when you show up, because let me say something that's gonna mess up everybody's mind. Your mama's gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
your father's gonna lie to you. Everybody's gonna lie to you. And this is family. Everybody's gonna lie to you. But if you can show up to an event with that person next to you and be like, at least I know that person, even though he blunt as hell, I know he gonna keep it real with me. Period. That's bullshit. Here go TK, y'all. And thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for tuning in, y'all. Right now, we are in the midst of greatness. We have actor, writer, stand-up podcast host, director, producer, original OG, the original comic, the original. This is before everybody. TK Kirkland, what's going on with you, sir?
What's up, young man? How are you?
I'm all right, man. You know what, man? You have been around.
Before we start, you gotta always be respectful. Introduce the lady.
Yes, you're right.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're lucky on your side. TK, this is my lovely host, Miss Shantae McKinney.
Hello, Miss Shantae McKinney. It's a pleasure, young lady. Okay, we can continue.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. So you have been. You're original OG, like 35 years plus, in like. How do you withstand so much consistency and longevity?
This question is asked a lot. I just think it's got to be in your DNA. I'm just a go-getter. Even though when I accomplish things, it still doesn't feel like it's enough. I still keep going and going. And even though you guys give me acknowledge a lot of things I've done, it's still not enough. And sometimes I say to myself, what is enough, and what do I want to accomplish? And there's really no goal. I just want to continue, because this lifestyle has given me longevity. It's helped me keep young and strong. And I have no complaints. It's really been a great journey. And I've helped so many people in the game as I travel this country and see how I influence a lot of people. So, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And I knew my destiny on this earth was to help people. So I'm accomplishing that.
Definitely, man. And you're, man, because you've been around some heavy hitters. We talk about Mike Tyson, Tupac, Biggie, everybody.
Yes, everybody.
And you have seen it. Like, this is what's so amazing just about you, Justin, here, because from being born in 61, you have been in the midst of everything from Martin Luther King to JFK to the Freedom Riders to everything, Tupac getting shot, killed. Like, does that like how does that feel? Like, you've been around for everything.
Yeah, it's really no feeling. It's just sometimes it can take a toll on you, the pressures of the world, from your own lifestyle to seeing people die. So, like in the last year, it's like this year that just passed is like it was like 5 years or 10 years into one. So many people who died, I think they still had another 10 to 15 years left due to the pandemic. But then you have to learn this life and appreciate your life and try to get as much as accomplished with your time that you hear. Because when it's over, it's over. Ain't no do-overs, ain't no second chance, ain't another time around the block. You just gotta do it because when it's a wrap, it's a wrap.
Definitely. And like I said, I can't even say how as many appreciations for like just being funny and just being you. You've always seemed to be yourself. You haven't even you haven't like sold
his soul.
I guess like I can say that you've always been you.
Yeah.
No matter what's going on, you've always been you. You never had to sacrifice who you was, no matter who was around you.
Right, and it's a combination of a lot of things. I'm not really a comedian. I'm a street hustler who got lucky in the comedy world. See, I came up a college graduate, a drug dealer, con artist, kidnap type nigga, toting a gun type nigga. I did all that. And my situation with Charlie Murphy and Eddie Murphy when I was in their house and I stole Charlie Murphy's Rolex, believe it or not, that inspired me to do stand-up comedy because I've always turned a negative into a positive. And then it took me years as a man to want to get back to Charlie Murphy to apologize to him as a man because I was in his home and I had did something that was foul. But I got a chance years later to be in my own Rolls Royce and I had a bad bitch breathing on me. And the car that was right in front of me was Eddie Murphy, and we were all in the. Now I'm a celebrity. I'm in the VIP section. He right next to me, and we talk. And I apologized to the brother what happened. And the only reason why I had brought it up because my name has always been relevant in the game of stand-up comedy. But since the world and the education level, common sense level of the last 20, 30 years has declined, when my name is TK Kirkland, he's funny. A hater will always say, "Oh yeah, but do you know what he did to Charlie and Eddie Murphy?" And if nobody knows me, they think it just happened that year, not knowing that it happened in 1981, 1982. So stand-up comedy was something that I enjoyed once I got into it. And I was thinking about it on the plane today when I was thinking about I always talk about NWA, but a lot of people don't know I used to open up for Belle Biv DeVoe, New Edition, Bobby Brown. It's just been great and I want to start giving those guys their props because they really looked out for me as well back in the day.
Definitely, and you are a writer as well. And you've been in a few different movies, documentaries, and things like that. What do you like doing the most? Do you like the movie aspect of stuff, or would you rather I'd rather just be a stand-up comedian?
None of the above. I like being a businessman.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, I'm a businessman. I put deals together that people have no idea that I was involved in. And if I had to describe me, what I really like is Ari Gold from Entourage. If you ever saw Entourage, Ari Gold was like the big agent, and he just put deals together. And I get excited about putting deals together and making people win and getting all the most money on the table for a person. And that means a lot to me.
So, because we were interviewing Dawn Robinson, and she was like, the one thing that kind of stuck with me. She said, the last thing that you have, once all your money, even if your money goes away, the last thing you have is your name. That's all you have.
I don't like that. I don't like money going away. I don't even like money going away. Who the hell said that? Money going away. See, I'm into the power of words. So I don't say the words money going away and all that. Like that's scary to me. I I'm a hustler. It's in my DNA. I've
Mm-hmm.
always was taught to stack. I treat my game of life like I'm standing on the corner, reading up because I'm growing from a nickel bag to a key to the boss or to the head man. So that's the way I do my life. That's the way I do my business. The way I raise my kids. They all understand that you got to respect money. You got to stack it. You got to talk with honor. You got to have character. Never lie to a person. The goal is even if you got to hurt someone's feelings slightly, you have to do it, but you walk away with your integrity. And in my family, that's the way we move.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. So this big thing. One thing I just saw everyone in there is this conversation between you and Mike Tyson.
Yes. And you know, me and Mike was down together in Tampa. Me, him, Craig, Boogie, and all of us. And they said just run with it, but everybody's decision perception on that is based on your journey to that moment. See, everything you experience in your life made you feel that moment that Mike was either gonna go off or whatever. And if anybody know us knows that Mike would never cross that line with me. And Mike is just a gentleman who he speaks his mind as well. And he, you know, and to a certain point, Mike is like most men are whiners in a sense, right? You have men who whine, and a lot of women can contest to that. A lot of black men just whine all the time. That's how most of y'all get pussy, is because you whine so much. A female got to give you pussy to pacify you to shut you the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Oh my God, I love you.
Yeah. So when Mike did that, my goal as a person is to find the positive side of a person. But since I felt he was so determined to say he wasn't shit, sometimes you have to allow people to take that path and have the wisdom to fall back and to let it be. You know, that's what he wanted to put out in the universe, that he wasn't shit. And so I tried to direct that because in my eyes, I thought that by being the greatest boxer of all time, and I've been with him when he had the Lamborghinis and when we went out and he bought $1 million watch and $1 million ankle bracelet. I've seen all that. But it goes to show you know how no matter how much money you have in life, if you're not happily within or if it's not in your DNA, it doesn't matter.
That's true. You got something to say? Something?
I'm listening for
okay.
now.
Okay. Now, so
I'm loving what he's saying.
So tell us about your thoughts on the pandemic and how have you been coping with the pandemic and how everything is going on.
The pandemic's been a blessing in disguise, and it's been terrible for a lot of people. I lost a lot of family members, a lot of friends over the last year, and that part hurts. I had the pandemic by shutting down the schools and everything. It made a situation that I had with my family a little better with my daughter, which is cool. Because a certain round, you know, you think because you got a little bit of money and you're at the good schools, it's a good thing. But to me, being at that school wasn't a good fit. So to be home, me watching over her even more is just a blessing for me. So it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. I'm really sad that a lot of people are dying for no reason.
I think you hit mute.
We want a thing? Well, does
There we
that?
There we go.
I can't click over, right?
Say again.
Can I click over? And my daughter's calling.
Okay, go ahead and you just come back. Just come back and just click on the link.
Okay, because when she calls, I got to take care. Okay,
Definitely.
She'll text me.
All right.
Yeah, I stop the world for my children. So.
Yeah. Are you sure you want to call her back? You can always come back. It's fine.
Oh no. She'll text me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And you're right. The pandemic has been a blessing and a curse. It's almost like a reset for everybody to do the things that you couldn't do before, or you just put on the back burner, or whatever the case is. Plus, it allows you to get a little bit closer to your family when people are losing family members left and right. So it allows you to kind of slow down, because even money wasn't even important. It really wasn't important because everybody was in the house.
Well, the thing about the pandemic too is when I say blessing in disguise, if you're a smart person, everybody, the young lady, people you know, should be sitting on more money than you had last year if you had always been a smart business person, because they gave out grants and millions of dollars. They had the PPP loans in the hundreds and the millions. And what people don't know, because most of us don't read, is in the research they're going to forgive billions of dollars in the PPP loans, because a lot of whites, a lot of senators, all of them were involved. So basically, they're gonna act like that didn't happen. In the SBA loan, if you got anything under 50,000, they're gonna try to forgive everybody on that as well. So if you and during the pandemic, if you didn't take advantage of the opportunities, see, in the world, there's a thing called opportunities that people don't understand. You got to take advantage of opportunities, because it can change your life. And if you are your financial situation is the same before the pandemic, you losing in the game. If your love relationship is the same or worse during the pandemic, you ain't with the right person. So those things are important. That's what I got out of viewing this crisis that we were in, is that even though it's crisis, how did you take advantage of it? Because for every positive, for every negative, there's a positive. Even when disasters in New Orleans and Puerto Rico, we cry, but then there's people getting ready to make millions off of other people's pain.
Yeah,
you make millions off your own pain.
Yeah,
take time to learn yourself.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So, like I said, you were in the Freedom Riders age, and now all the way up into George Floyd. Do you see even a big difference between the racism between then and now?
Well, is the racism always going to be around? What people don't understand, everybody can't get along. It's impossible. We could put that in the universe to the day we die. Before we was here, the generation before that did it. After we're gone, the generation before will say it. People just can't get along. Even blacks, even Spanish people, we can't get along, but we can respect each other. So if you can respect each other, that helps with racism, because if racism is in us. We all get jealous of somebody. We all hate somebody. We all admire somebody. It's just that when you say racism, is because of what they did to our ancestors and took advantage of our people to an extreme that we can't look back. And because most white people are jealous, most white people are hate blacks for success. It goes all the way back to Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, when they destroyed that particular city and killed all those black people because they was striving. And if those things would have never happened, you never know how our lives will be today. Even when Martin Luther King thought that the grass was green on the other side, but he really did the white people a favor by trying to get blacks into white schools because they thought it was better education. But all it did was help them whitewash kids, generation after generation, because we don't know our own history, but we know about George Washington, we know about Christopher Columbus. But you ask 10 people out of 100, I mean, you ask 100 black people who's our black kings and what tribes and all that, none of us would know none of that. So they really did a number on us. The goal here is take responsibility, teach your children about their heritage, teach them about sex, especially these young girls coming up, because they have sex with the wrong people and have babies and want to keep the baby. And what people got to understand is that sex makes babies, not love. So you out here slinging dick and out here fucking, and nobody has a place to live. Nobody, still living with your parents in the basement. You're driving a car with no hubcaps, and you're out here fucking, and you're getting a woman pregnant. You're damaging not just you but her as well, because most men your age don't like responsibility, but y'all like fucking, and older men too. It's just not young, and older men too. So I try to give the knowledge can to keep people on the right track, to discipline their sexual drive, to get their money right, to have something to leave here on this earth and know your purpose on this earth as well.
Awesome. So tell me, when you first started stand up, or even just being a businessman, how has business changed from then till now?
Well, I live my life differently, so I'm richer than I was the first time. So every year I believe in being better than I was last year, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So I just work hard. Opportunities happen just to fall in my lap. I've been so blessed to do that, and I try to bless other people if I can.
Definitely. So tell us, so tell everyone why you are here in Chicago. Like, you gonna be in Chicago for this weekend. What's going on?
I'm getting a check.
Yes, that's true. Yes, yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I'm,
Definitely.
I'm getting a check. Yeah, it's snowing outside. I love it. I have no complaints. Yeah. So we're gonna be at Club Riddles, and we had to add another show on Sunday. We got a show tonight, show Friday, Saturday, and all of them should be sold out by tomorrow. So we're real excited.
Definitely. So what's gonna happen, TK? We gonna be at Riddles Saturday.
Okay,
We
cool.
gonna be at Riddles Saturday. So don't act like you don't know it, brother. We
Oh no,
gonna
no,
be
no,
in
no.
there.
I'm the coolest brother ever. I'm the
We
coolest
go.
brother.
I'm gonna come back there. TK, I need my picture.
Yes, yes,
So we
yes. I would love to do that. It's not a problem, family.
definitely. So I know you got a show tonight. So I know you got you want to kind of chill out and everything. So if you can give us a drop for our station before you get out of
Well,
here.
that's one thing. Something that I want to share with you.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
You have to let your co-host ask questions as well.
That's what I asked.
I was waiting for you to finish. I didn't know you was finished
Yeah,
yet.
you just
Oh,
kept.
I know we was getting out of here
Well, let me
early.
Don't
explain
be
it
light
first.
skinned on me. Don't be light skinned. Just go ahead do it.
Let me explain it first, though. See, after this moment, after interviewing me, you got to, before you talk to a person, make sure you ask her to have her questions ready, that she can talk to the guests instead of her just being a pretty face on your show. It shows that you respect her there, you respect her work, and you want her to grow and one day to have her own show. So right now, she's piggybacking with you, but when you said co-host, you didn't let her speak. So I just think that when a man says that you co-host, and let her co-host, so she should have ample time that you did.
TK, that's what I did. That's what I did.
He hasn't said nothing at all, bro.
Thank you.
You've been doing all the talking.
Sir, you are absolutely
Yeah,
right.
she didn't ask you one question.
It's so funny you said that, because right before you came on the stream with us, we were talking about when to be thankful and how you should be implying thankfulness.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I do have a few questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me get some water. Drink some water.
Growing up on the East Coast, how was it building up your fan base on the West Coast?
Well, I left New Jersey when I was 18 years old. So I wasn't back on the East Coast. Well, I went to Arizona State on a track scholarship. That was my thing. I was an athlete. And I think with the athletes and running helped my determination. So then from there, I got into stand-up comedy. And see, everything that we worked hard for during the 90s, even though I had traction, my fame was really in the hip-hop world. See, I didn't really blow up as a stand-up comedian, believe it or not, till the last 5 years. And I'll explain that to you. Even though I was in the business a long time, people knew me through hip-hop. They knew me through Luke. They knew me through the Cash Money Millionaires. I did Baller Blocking. They knew me through the movie Strays with Vin Diesel. They knew me through New Jersey Drive. They knew me through Once Upon a Time with Gucci Man. So during the 90s, I still had traction, but no one really knew. So as I'm touring all these years, I have a strategy called planting seeds. So people who were young, I always knew people who were young was going to be my blessings. So I knew Charlemagne when he was an assistant with Wendy Williams. I knew all these people when they were young. So once Charlemagne got his Breakfast Club show and blew up, my son, who's in that age group, was saying, Dad, you should do the Breakfast Club. And I never wanted to do it, like, because they were kids to me. And I said, Charlemagne, I said, he's like a son. I said, I'm not doing no Breakfast Club. Even the name threw me off. So when I finally went on there and did the interview, Charlemagne, my interview was just so honest, and people loved it, and the views were so high that before I could even get down off the elevator, Vlad from Vlad TV reached out to me and asked me could I do his show. This was 4 years ago. So from the Breakfast Club to Vlad, just start building up my credibility. Then social media really took off. So instead of doing HBO, which I had tried to been doing for years, instead of trying to do all these other stuff, I was able, since I always had a little change, I was able now to put my own special together and put it on Amazon Prime. So I went back to a lot of people who I knew. Triple X was in my special before he died, a month before he died. I had Baby from Cash Money in it, Lil Wayne. So I was able to be my own boss and not have to like call an office and say, hey, can I speak to Michael Johnson? Or I don't have to do that. I don't have to ask nobody when you're going to release my special or anything of that nature. I'm able to do the things I wanted to do in the 90s now, but I knew in the 90s that my career would end up like this. I didn't know about social media. I didn't know how that would work. I just knew that something was going to happen, that me being the boss in the 90s will take me to where I want to go. So now that I'm taking off, to me, that's how I feel. Now that I'm taking off, there's a lot of things I really want to take care of.
Beautiful. Go. Who are your top 5 comedians?
I think they all are amazing. I think that when you leave somebody out, it hurts sometimes people's feelings. So I rather avoid that question. What I see out here is that all the comics are, even if you're not good, I know one day you will be good if you work hard and you put the time in. So I want to wish all the comedians a great journey, because this game right here can change your life if you really know how to apply yourself and know how to write a joke and know how to write and direct. But what I would like to say to comedians is that comics now, instead of trying to be on TV, because TV, Hollywood is, when I say racist, we don't control Hollywood. So what comedians have to do is, like basketball players, football players, when they're done with their career, they become coaches or assistant coaches. Well, what we need that happen is comedians, male and female, need to start becoming agents in Hollywood. Because when you become an agent, you really know who has the talent out there in the world, compared to a person who never go to the comedy clubs, don't know what's going on. They pick the first comedian that's black, so to speak, to make that person successful. And my definition of a great comedian, if you got someone who blows up, but there's other comedians out there that's better than that comic, you didn't pick the right comedian. You just picked the comedian that happened to be at the right place at the right time, and you got the machine behind that person, and it just took off. But if you out there working and you know who's funny, well, guess what? You become an agent. You like, yo, I'm gonna put you on. You should be in this movie because you are truly, truly funny. And that's what we need to start doing, because if we do that, we'll start getting the best comics in the game into Hollywood, TV, and movies. And that's what we need. We're letting other people decide who is funny and who is not funny.
Nice answer. Last question, and then I'm finished. You seem like a very spiritually in tune gentleman, and for lack of better words, I'm pretty sure both Mel and I understand the streets, and you said you are a hustler. So how do those gears grind together for you?
Well, you're hustling until the white man gets you in court.
Yeah.
And then they know how to make you submit if you really want something better for yourself. Because you got choices in life. So when you get caught, that means you wasn't good at what you was doing. Right? So if you get caught, then you got to make choices. How bad do you want success, or how bad do you want to continue crime? It's just that with me, all my friends who went to jail. I never went to prison. I've been locked up and then maybe 30 days here, 30 there, but I always had money to fight a case. But there's other people who don't have great opportunities to get back on track. And we all mess up in life. And that's what helps build character. The goal is to know that you can get back on track and continue with your success. So I've taken that and applied it. And plus, as you get older, if you mature, you just find the right things to say. You avoid crisis and problems. You avoid certain women. You avoid certain men to stay out your life, because I strive for peace every day. So peace is everything to me. Even when I meet a woman and I hear her situation as we're talking, and she has this going on, that going on, and this is what men and women should do when they meet somebody, is look down the field. What do you, even down to their aunts and uncles, like, you can love the woman, but if your uncle fucked up or your mom fucked up, nobody should get in that relationship, because if the girl is brainwashed by the mom, then the mom sometimes move in with you. The guy, got to deal with that shit, or vice versa. So I believe that the mama fucked up, but you love the woman, fuck the woman and the mama and go meet somebody else, and vice versa. Everybody got to motherfucking go, because people want to fall in love so bad, but it's 7 billion people out here in the world. Like, fuck that shit. I'm looking for peace. And bitch, if you can't give me peace, find something. I ain't gonna never have a woman. I ain't gonna never have women problems. So that's the one thing I'm never gonna have.
Yes. Yeah.
I can talk with you all day long. I have tons more questions, but I won't.
Yeah, go, I want you to talk. Go ahead. What you got? Go ahead. I'll give you 2 more.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I notice you keep talking about the mixing sexuality when it comes to male and female. I'm a sex schooler, and I'm close to getting my certification for it. So that's like a high topic for me.
Yes.
What are your thoughts or perceptions on, like, a mentally disturbed or emotionally disturbed, spiritually disturbed man being involved with a woman and vice versa?
Yes, that's called a vice. And when you meet someone and they have vices, where they drink, they gamble, they do drugs, no one, to me, should be with a person like that, because that stuff comes to bite you on the ass later on in life. Relationships like sitting at your computer, investing in the stock market. And if you sit with your advisor say, hey, I want to buy stock in such and such. Well, if you see the numbers going down, you see they have problems over the months and years, your advisor will say that's not a good stock to invest in. It's the same thing you have to do with a male, same thing you have to do with a female. A lot of men put themselves in financial situations because they see ass and titties and beautiful skin, but the girl got a child or 2 childs. And what men don't understand is that it's mental torture to raise another nigga's kid. It's mental torture to work 40 hours a week, to love a woman that you didn't have that child with. So now this is called acting. Now this is some of the best acting in the world, and most men who date women or marry women with children should get an Oscar, because that's some hard shit to pull off. Now there are people who had children in another relationship and really wanted children, but met a woman who had kids, but those kids treat them like the dad. Now you can fool yourself all you want and pretend all you want, if that's what you want to do. I just find it to be a complicated thing, especially if you have a female who takes advantage of a man who wants to do good by the child, takes advantage of him, and then one day it could be over. See, because I think it's hard to put your life in somebody else's hands. You could be together, whether it's 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, and one day wake up and that person don't want you no more. So I believe you have your shit, I have my shit. I ain't got to cheat, but you can come see me, then you go home. I'll come see you, then I can go home. But all that moving in together shit, and then somebody gets mad and say, get the fuck out of my house, or you said something wrong. And I tell men that all the time, especially men who move in with women. If you ain't got your own ID with your own address and your own zip code, you're homeless.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
I feel the same way with women because I feel like even though we're supposed to look at men as the provider and the protector, I was raised by my father. My father always told me, I don't give a damn who you get with. You need to be able to take care of your damn self.
yep, that's right. I tell my
Like
children that as well. And,
my
and
daddy made me change oils and all of that. Like
right. And women and women think what they pussy too, just like niggas think what they dick. You know, don't want
Mhm.
to get fucked, don't want to get your ass smacked and your hair
Yeah.
pulled. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I wish they had plan B when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? I had to carry them motherfuckers around like Tic Tacs and shit. But you know, but that we ain't have plan B. So you know, it's very important to women have their own. And you can take that from the drug game as well. I've seen a lot of women date successful hustlers, or if he died and went to prison, she was left broke. She ain't have nothing. Or if he left her, she has zero. And
Mhm.
and women, no matter who you with, should always want to get your own. No matter
Yes.
if that man says, "No, baby, I got you," or anything of that nature, you should always get your own because he could die. And if you're not married and you live with him, you could best believe the aunt, the mama, the brothers, the sisters gonna come to the house and put your ass out. And they
Yeah.
gonna do it too. They gonna put
Yes.
your ass out. Yes, they will.
Yes.
One more question, and I'm out, baby.
I actually don't have any more. I look forward to seeing you Saturday night.
Okay, listen to me. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. Oh, to my man again. Next time you send a link to a person, send it hours early so the person can be prepared. See, because I kept looking for it. And I
Oh,
didn't
see,
see it.
I knew you said your flight was coming in, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna send
You
it
could have
once I
sent
get
it
to the
last
station.
night.
That's true. You're
If
right.
you
I actually could have sent it the day we actually got this together. You're absolutely right.
because I'm organized. So I'm gonna tell you a story and I gotta go. The thing is, if you're on time, you're late.
Mm.
That's true. You're right.
All right.
You're
So
absolutely right.
everybody, I love you guys. I wish you the best with you. What you're doing here is a great thing. Hopefully you turn this into making money. Just don't do a podcast just to say you got a podcast.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Sit down, learn this business. Because if you know the business, I did an episode on this once. It's $200,000 something a year for you guys. So you got to find out, do the homework, get your numbers up, and then once you get like to 8,000 subscribers or more, y'all reach out to me and I'll get you a deal, probably SoundCloud over there with me and Charlemagne the God, etc.
Cool beans. Hey, give us a shout out. Give us a drop for our station before you get out here. Basically, you're saying, "Hi, my name is TK Kirkland, and I'm vibing with Fluent Radio, where all things are fluent."
Okay. Hey, everybody. It's comedian TK Kirkland, aka T to the MFK, and I'm vibing with them smooth people over there in Chicago, Illinois. That lovely lady, that Fenella lady, and that smooth brother at Fluent Entertainment, Fluent Podcast, doing fluent type things in your community. Listen, I don't talk a lot. Demonstration is better than conversation, and may your pain be champagne. Salute.
That's dope. Thank you so much. We gonna see you Saturday, bro. I'll talk to you. Be safe.
All right, family.
Peace. That was dope, y'all.
Dope as hell.
You hear what he said, right? We gotta get out. We gotta get
8,000.
8,000.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
8,000. That ain't gonna be hard. We're gonna be there by the middle of this year.
I'm trying to get him.
You still on live, baby?
Yeah. I know. I know he's still in here. I was just trying to make sure that because we gonna continue to.
You know, it was a radio show.
Yeah, he did. Because I had already talked to him and everything. So he said we get up 8,000
You talking
subscribers.
the same stuff I just tried to holler at you about.
We get
Look at that.
We get 8,000 subscribers, y'all. Then we get us a deal.
Look at God.
200,000 sounds pretty good to me.
I tried to holler at you. I said, "Hey, that's what I'm on."
We were just talking about it. We were just talking about it. We were just talking. Look. I told you. I had already told you. I said, "Do you have any questions?" You said, "I have any questions." Trying to be cute. I have any questions.
I'm talking about the revenue.
I know.
You're absolutely right.
I said, "Look, listen. We need to start putting our stuff on SoundCloud, Spotify, as we get the big dollars."
Okay. The reason why I kind of paused on it because every time an artist sits in this chair, what do they say?
Hey,
That when we say, "Where's your music?"
Spotify.
The first thing they say, "Oh, it's on Spotify," and it starts to become like a running joke. And I don't want us to be a joke. I don't want us to be fall up into that category to where, oh man, you can just check out. No, this is not passive for it. This is one of those things that we're going to like change the game type of shit.
Right, but then you also want people to know the underground of it too, and going from that to that's those vault pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So when you reach a certain peak on iTunes, Spotify, and all of those things, the money starts rolling in.
Okay,
and we
so
already at that level.
So what we're gonna do is
create an iTunes.
Off of this, we're gonna talk stuff, and then
since
then we'll get together because
folks
always be coming up here spying on us. Y'all know that.
Mm-hmm.
I know
folks come up in here saying that they want a job or whatever the case is, and they actually come in here spying on us.
Yeah.
To see what we got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Who has the time?
A lot of people.
Who has the time and who has the?
It's COVID. Everybody got time.
You're right, but who has?
Especially the ones that ain't got no job.
Who has that? Like who has? I don't care.
I do.
I don't care. No, look, I don't care as much to go walk across the way and find out what you got going on. I don't care as much to walk down the hallway, see what you got going. I don't even care much to go to my Chicago and figure out what y'all got going on. I don't care much.
Send the shots.
You have to have those type of trolls because that's how you step your game up.
You're absolutely right.
That's how you compete.
You see, we 10 steps ahead, so y'all can come here all you want to. I can tell you. I can look. It's like this. I can show you. No, I'm good
right now.
It don't hurt to be
known. But see, that's not me.
It's not me either. I don't care about being.
My thing is this.
But I don't have no problem being nosy to learn.
My thing is this. I can show you my hand. You'll still be losing.
Ooh. Let them know.
They come in here. They come in here. They come up in here and they sit in this chair right here. I'm talking about people actually pay us money just so they can be nosy. And the crazy part about it, when you walk through the door, I already know what you about. I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk so I can see who you are. And when you start to tell me and you don't know much about what you want to do, and you come and you ask me for a show, or you ask me to be a producer, or whatever the case is, and you can't tell me about you, then you own some other stuff.
Yeah.
You own some other stuff, but like I said, and it goes for anybody who walks through that door, whatever case, we always 10 steps ahead. Always. It's chestnut checkers, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I could, and I'm not saying this on some cocky shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it on some cocky shit, but I just don't know another station out there that's as consistent as us. I just don't know it. Like shout out to Philly Gems, 95.3. They are consistent like with us. They're consistent. That's why we are partnered with them. That's why we are syndicated. You feel? I just don't know another station that's actually doing it.
These internet radio stations that I've tried.
And like I said, I can show you our hand, and you still be losing.
I can play the hand, and you still gonna lose because
you know what I'm saying. I sat back. I sat back. I thought about it, and it's like, and this goes. Jeff, you trying to tell you anything? Y'all pretty blunt. Y'all pretty said how it is. But y'all, if y'all ever need anything said, and y'all don't want to say it, let me know. I say it.
No problem.
Yeah, no, I said
because my big thing is like if people are going to even be around me, y'all know how I think. I think for the future, like granted, yes, this is black owned, but it's not black only. Don't get it twisted.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? Because like don't get shit twisted around here. It's like y'all know how I think. I don't think for the now. I think for what's gonna happen in 15 years, for when your kids get older, for when your child gets older, they have something.
When your children get older.
When my kids get older,
I know he got
have something.
Right.
To have something. They can say, my mama, my daddy, my uncle, my whatever is over there. Yeah. I know if I get to the point where you have children now that are older, they're about to go to college. Okay, I want to go to college. I want to take up broadcasting. I want to go to college. I want to take up journalism. I want to go to college. I want to work on sounds. I want to be a producer.
Yeah,
they have somewhere to come.
All right.
It's generational shit, y'all.
We're
having fun. Don't get it twisted, y'all. We having fun. Yo, we having fun. As y'all can see what just happened. Yeah. We having fun. And I've been telling y'all, I said, I can feel it. It's coming. I don't know when, but it's coming.
It's a shift here that you can feel. It's the
Yeah.
energy here. It's a big shift.
Every time I walk through that door, you just know it's gonna be a shift.
Yeah.
I tell Shantae all the time, it's a shift.
Yeah.
It's happening. I don't know what it is, but it's happening.
The energy.
And I always say, I always say, Shantae, Shantae, get ready. She always say, she's like, you already know I'm always ready.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta say it. I'm always
I think
ready.
one thing we've always had like that worked fluently is when Mel move, I move.
Yeah. When we
just like that.
But Jeff, you have to actually be there when we actually, like I said, it's a different vibe. Because I say it all the time when we go to these concerts and stuff, or we go to these festivals, or whatever the case is, and like they see me quiet and I don't say nothing, I'm peeping the room. Exactly. And then when they see me move, I must see something that they don't see.
In bloody water.
So what's the move Saturday?
Now Saturday, yes, I think his show starts at 8. I think y'all he's gonna be at Riddles. We're gonna be that Saturday because we're gonna get our pictures.
Well, can I come too?
It's just a simple, yeah.
Hey,
you Fluent Radio.
Yeah.
Hey.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go there. We're gonna enjoy the show because this is gonna be the first time we're able to enjoy a show, and we ain't gotta worry about like that pressure of getting an interview.
Yeah.
Because we already got it.
Right.
So the only thing we gotta do is go there, get G'd up, and enjoy ourselves, take a picture, and enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Hey, Garth, I need a drink over here. Let me get right here. And he says it's gonna be sold out, and I believe it. So it's gonna be sold out. So that means I have to act today and get those tickets.
Right.
I have to act today, get those tickets, and then we go do our little 1-2, and then that's it.
Oh man, I'm happy, huh? Happy to network again.
But that's the thing. We never lacked on that.
No, I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying?
Like, going out?
Yeah.
Man, like she was pregnant. She was pregnant with Lil Mama. We was all in CC Peniston concert.
Oh, no.
Dancing in it.
Yeah. Yeah, we did it. Like I mean, I'm talking about her swollen feet. Didn't feel like doing nothing. We still there. And our consistency is it always gonna pay off. It's always gonna pay off. So now, let me get up out of here. All right, y'all.
The next guest you're gonna have.
The next guest we're gonna have, y'all, is gonna be Jazzo.
Let the niggas know, man.
The originator,
and
y'all.
just so we make sure that we cap this off properly, TK Kirkland showed exactly how a thank you is to be implemented and not implemented.
But first of all.
Mel got coat coders.
But the dope thing about it is because we have to be able to receive correction without getting offended.
Yes.
And I'm good. I'm good. Like I'm good because he was right.
Yeah,
like I'm good. Whether he was right, he's wrong, but he's still the OG of all this. And so what he's saying, he sees something that I didn't see, and which is cool. That's fine. Because at the end of the day, he was right. And I like I said, I'm one of those dudes that actually can be corrected without being offended.
Yeah. And not only that, it's also about being able to receive information and just actually observe the information that you receive. Because and I told my oldest daughter this Tuesday night, every single person on this planet is living from the inside out. So you need somebody from the outside in, because you can't see yourself on the outside all the time.
That's true.
You have to be able to like receive stuff, and it's just like he was saying, like, you have to be able to receive it. Like, you can't just always be on defensive, and like, I'm not one of those dudes. Oh man, I got a radio station. I don't need no. By me shutting the fuck up,
because that's all it be sometimes.
Sometimes you just need to shut the fuck up. By me shutting the fuck up, it was like, okay, all right. And then at the end of that, what do you say? Holla at me when.
8,000.
Holla at me. So just shut up, because you could talk yourself. You could talk yourself out of a blessing.
You sure can.
So by him saying that, y'all, we going to show him love Saturday.
Yeah.
So everybody have you get your G'd up. So y'all come meet us at Riddles. Don't meet us there. Beat us there, y'all. Meet us at Riddles.
Your own time, you're late.
Yeah. Meet us at Riddles. We are going to be there, and it's gonna be all of us. We're gonna be in full force doing our 1-2, and we're just gonna have a good time, and do our thing. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in to this special edition. Tomorrow we got Jazzo, and then we also have a special interview later on that night with a dope entrepreneur. He's coming up. He used to play for the Kansas City Chiefs.
And that's what I was just gonna say.
He has a record.
agent.
He's a free agent. He has a record label, the whole nine. And it's no coincidence. All these people that we're lining up is because everyone who has brands and is consistent. Y'all, I'm telling you, it'd be nothing to reach out to these people. Exactly.
I'm gonna say it again, y'all. It's a new moon. This new moon is in Aquarius, which is all about abundance.
Definitely. So
prosperity.
Definitely. So thank everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Like I said, it was no shade to nobody. I'm just speaking facts. We just speaking facts over here. And like I said, if you feel that you need to come over here, feel free to hate on us. That's fine. Feel free because by summer I want to have 50 of you motherfuckers coming through here trying to spy on us by summer. So thank you everyone again. Thank you everyone again. We really appreciate it, and we will see everybody soon. Peace.